We've been running around a bit.
Exactly. It was super fun. I woke up early, got to go and get some breakfast. And I got to talk about my breakfast in the last broadcast, but I'll talk about it again. I got some pancakes, some eggs, some sausage, some bacon, even had a little dessert cinnamon roll that I split with you.
It was super, super tasty. They had a great special going on today where I got biscuits and gravy and 2 eggs for super cheap.
Ooh, that sounds super tasty. Anything sounds tasty to me right now as I am very hungry.
Absolutely.
But we are still going on in this game, and I'm super excited for more of the stuff that we're going to be doing today. As we are going to be heading out from here and going to go get dinner at some bar and go get drinks with John as well.
Absolutely. And I get to give him his birthday present after
Oh,
this.
that's going to be super, super fun. Yeah, love celebrating birthdays. And so if anybody's got a birthday out there, check in. Let us know. We'll shoot you out some luck for it.
Absolutely. But somewhere you guys can have a little bit of luck trying your hand at is on the eTab side of things, as we released our brand new eTab game, Blazing Wheels, just last week on Thursday for you guys. It is a ton of fun, and so definitely check that out. It's an awesome 4x4 game. It's got great prizes on the line. Not to mention, if you go into that Blazing Wheel bonus round, you could win some scorching prizes.
Oh, yeah, love Blazing Wheels. It's only been out for about a week now. And so try your hand at it. It's definitely a fun game.
Oh, it's super fun. It's great graphics, great sound, so definitely check that out. And if you guys want to see anything that we are keeping up to date with, our Facebook page is the hub of that information. It is definitely where you want to be if you want to be in the know about all things Pilot Games.
Yeah, we love that Facebook page. We also have a link tree on that Facebook page that has links to a bunch of different stuff, like our bar locations, socials, pgl.world, our other streams. Everything you may need, you can find on that Facebook page.
Absolutely. It's super, super useful. Direct links to our social medias, our streams, and all the locations where you can play Pilot Games.
Yeah, a great way to find our other socials, and a great way to send in player picks.
Absolutely. It's definitely a great resource to use if you're going to be going at it with Pilot Games.
Player has now taken over first place over at American Legion Cleveland. Good job, Player, with 20,000 PGL points. But in second place, the winner of
They were in first place.
No, the winner of the final Jackpot Hunter jackpot, Shirjin, in second place. Now in first place. Took home a whopping jackpot of over $800.
That is great.
Yeah, a really, really nice prize to end off our happy hour. And we even got like 2 games to build up the jackpot for tomorrow's happy hour, which should be really, really fun again. But Sheridan trying to get another big chunk of cash.
Absolutely. But if you guys want to be in the know about everything going on each day happening during Pilot Games, we start each and every morning with a cup of joe. And I'm not just talking about coffee. We start every single morning with a hot little 20-minute segment called Cup of Joe with Jordy, where I come in with a different bingo extraordinaire, and we tell you guys where all the standings are starting out and where all the money is starting out for that day.
Yeah, really, really great stuff there.
Absolutely. And we lead right into Twins Bingo right at 12 o'clock. It goes all the way from 12 to 1. You get 10 games at trying your hand at that Twins Bingo. It's super fun. We haven't been able to give out that jackpot yet. It's over $11,000, so definitely try your hand at it tomorrow during our lunchtime show.
Yeah, good. Really, really fun stuff. I mean, that Twins Bingo. Have we been able to give out a Twins Bingo jackpot yet?
Not yet.
It's just been building up so far in this season 11, so try your hand at winning the first Twins Bingo jackpot of this season 11. We do have some games after that. That is the Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition that runs from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock. We have a mega jackpot of $25,000 that you can win in 43 balls or less. There's other great prizes as well during that Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition, but they have changed since then. That minor jackpot is really, really fun because every $50, it clicks up 4 balls. So starts at 52 at $0, hits 50, clicks up to 56, so on and so forth. It's a really, really fun game.
Absolutely. But we got Ben checking in. Is he going to be helping us out?
Yeah, no.
No. All right, well, you can stick around and watch if you'd like, Ben, but it looks like you are not on our production tonight. But you were talking about that 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter, and right after that, right at 4 p.m., you guys were just playing it. It's our happy hour show. It jumps right into that first game of Lucky 4 Bingo that happens each and every day at 4 p.m., and then again at 6. We got that great prize on the line there. You can try your hand during that, but we also have those 23 games of Jackpot Hunter, the $1 edition, that is sandwiched right in the middle of that Lucky 4 Bingo, and so it's super fun. You got some great prizes on the line. That miner goes out so many times each and every day during our happy hour show, so definitely check that out, and especially tomorrow from 4 to 6 where you can try your hand at those games.
Yeah, we love those games. They're always a blast. But we are in this game right here, top 10, and we only have 2 minutes left. We got to get the rest of those plays in and see if we can get see if you can earn enough points to get into first place.
Absolutely. As Sherrod Jen is almost out of plays, but Grick is closely behind with a couple plays left, maybe enough to steal away first place.
Oh, yeah. But we were talking about the happy hour games, and they are super fun.
Oh, yeah.
But after those happy hour games, we got Skull Bingo that normally runs from 6 all the way till 10. Obviously, we're in between that, and we're not playing Skull Bingo, but that's because it's one of our specialty nights. But not on when we're not in our specialty nights. It runs from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. There's a coverall, large frame, and a line prize that you can all win, and they're always super doable because the ball count never changes. The coverall is always 50 balls or less. The large frame is always 43 balls or less, and the line prize is always 10 balls or less.
Absolutely. So definitely come out and play a little bit of Skull Bingo. You guys will get an hour after we get off air with you guys from 9 to 10 tonight to try your hand at those Skull Bingo prizes. But right now you're playing a little bit of that Wild Wednesday. We're coming at you from 7 to 9. It's going to be a ton of fun. We got a lot of tournament style games, PGO points to be awarded, and a Jackpot Jungle coverall that you guys need to stick around for that ends off our night. The 25-cent card edition we haven't given out yet, and it's almost to $11,000, and you can take that home in 52 balls or less.
Yeah, definitely some really fun stuff on our Wild Wednesday. But we always have fun stuff on MegaSota Game Night as well.
Absolutely.
That happens the night before tonight, Tuesday night, 6:40 every single Tuesday. Nikki and Tony always bring some of the best bingo action, giving out a bunch of PGL points, as well as a Jackpot Jungle coverall of $3,243 that you can win in 54 balls or less on a $1 card.
It's a lot of fun, so definitely try your hand there and win some big prizes. But we are running out of time with just about 5 seconds left. Grick took over first place, and it's looking like it's going to stick. But we'll have that entire top 10 for you and that winner after the tabulators tabulate.
Yeah, but good job to Grick getting first place. Definitely an awesome win for him, and we'll wait for the blue screen to officially name Grick the winner. But so right now, it looks like he solidified that one.
Absolutely. But we do have some awesome national days for you guys. But before we get into that, there it is. Grick taking home that first place spot at American Legion Litchfield, taking home $363.
Wow, what a prize for Grick. Definitely a fun one. And you guys want to get enrolled into this next game because we're about to get enrolled into some Vikings victory action.
We got 2 games coming up in a row for you guys.
Yeah, and we have some really good jackpots available in this one because we spent all of Monday building up those jackpots in the small jackpot and the large jackpot because that's all we played on Monday. And so we'll see what these are at when we get enrolled.
Absolutely. It's going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see what happens. But you got 4.5 minutes to get enrolled, so do that before we jump into these national days. And this national day is a super tasty one. On April 6th, it's National Carbonara Day. Enjoy the flavors of Italy and celebrate National Carbonara Day. This delicious pasta dish is made up of a creamy sauce and little bits of pancetta.
Yeah, I was not familiar with this day. Was not familiar with this dish before. Looked it up. Looks right up my alley.
I was gonna say you've probably eaten a chicken carbonara at least once in your life.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a very simple meal.
It is. It's very much just like, yeah.
Exactly. It's only egg, hard cheese, cured pork, black pepper, and
the cured pork, they're like little. They almost taste like if salami and pepperoni got into like a hardened kind of meat cube. It is super tasty in these dishes.
That is awesome. Yeah, I'm sure I've had a chicken version of this.
Yes, and they use it's like sweet and creamy, kind of like an Alfredo, but it's not as heavy or as rich. It's like super light comparatively.
Awesome. I love my heavy Alfredo, though.
Yeah, but like this is something that I could enjoy.
Yes, definitely really, really good stuff. I've never had it, and so now I want to try it because it looks delicious.
Absolutely. It's definitely a great one. Is there anything interesting to say about it? I don't think so.
I don't think
other
there's
than
really.
It's a pretty tasty dish.
Do you have any other Italian dishes that you're a big fan of?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, but do you have one that comes to your mind?
Lasagna just came to my mind the quickest because we did just have that yesterday.
Tasty.
Was it yesterday?
Yes, it was yesterday.
Oh my goodness, it was yesterday. Yeah, we had lasagna yesterday. That's probably the one that's stuck in my head.
Yeah,
quickest.
I love some good lasagna. You know, I tell you what I want that I haven't had in forever is a solid calzone. I haven't had a solid calzone in forever. With the Italian place that we had in town, went out of business. I can't go there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And so I got to go get my calzone from somewhere else.
You kind of had one recently when we were in Brighton. Back in my hometown, we had a little deli that we went to.
Oh, yeah.
It was more like a it was like a stroganoff mixed with like a calzone. Like it was like a long like
yeah, it was not
pepperoni and cheese like bread stick thing.
And that was more like sandwichy than like calzone like.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was called a calzone though.
Okay. Well, I did eat a calzone, and I'm just fibbing to all of you guys. I'm sorry.
Well, you haven't had like an authentic calzone.
Yes, that's what I mean. I want like go to an Italian restaurant, order a calzone kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then also like, you know, the bread and the olive oil there too. I absolutely go crazy for that.
Oh yeah, with the olive oil and the balsamic dip.
Oh, so good. Mm-hmm. Super, super tasty. But we are talking about is it called carbonara?
Yeah.
Yeah, carbonara day, and hopefully you guys can enjoy this delicious pasta on this day.
Absolutely, but we do have those top 10 winners from top 10.
Ooh, yeah, let's hear them.
All right, well, starting it off, who came in 10th place, it was OE50 over at Stanchion Bar, who took home $12. Big Daddy at American Legion Litchfield took home $24 in 9th place. 8th place, we had Carrots over at VFW Spring Lake Park, taking home $36. 7th place was Mindy May over at Benton Station, taking home $36. Bucky over at Handlebar won $36, coming in 6th. In 5th place, we had Keith over at Billy's Rockford, taking home $60. Stella at High and Low Tap took home $96, coming in 4th. Player at American Legion Cleveland took home $121 in 3rd place. 2nd place ended up being Sharon Jen over at Old Piper Inn in Blaine, taking home $242. And then Grick at American Legion Litchfield, who snuck in last minute to 1st place, took home $363.
Yeah, good job, Grick. And we are in this next game of Vikings victory. So we're super excited about. Make sure you guys are fully prepped and ready to get all those plays done before the 10-minute marker hits.
Absolutely. You got just 5 seconds to get enrolled. Now's the time to do it, and here we go.
But while you guys are getting those plays in this game of Vikings victory, I got another national day to go over. A little bit more serious, as it's Bow Ring Optics Syndrome Day, also known as BOS Awareness Day. BOS Awareness Day takes place April 6th each year. The purpose of this day is to educate both the public and medical community about the disease and to support families who have someone with BOS. It is a disease that I think affects growth and a lot of stuff like that. It's genetically passed down.
I see. Yeah, it's a rare genetic condition characterized by the irregular growth and restriction, failure to thrive, sleep apnea, developmental delay, and a bunch of other things that can happen, like flexion in the elbows and wrists, extensive hair growth. They can even produce tumors and malformalities.
Yeah, it's one of those tough diseases, and so if there's anybody that you know or you yourself deals with BOS, we're gonna send you out a little bit of luck. There you go.
I always throw it. Can I load it up for you?
Yeah, you can hand it
back over
to me.
All right, well, here's that load, and then I'll throw in a little extra.
All right. Have you guys ever seen the strongman games? I'm going to throw this like they throw the logs. There you go. There.
Right to you
I know.
guys.
I feel like I got a lot of power behind that one.
It was. There was a lot of oomph.
I mean, I went strongman style on it. We do have those jackpots here in front of us now. $3,462 on the large jackpot and a $386 on the small jackpot. You guys can win that inside the games that you're playing right now, because you can also take home those prizes that are in the red right in front of us. So definitely get your winning on.
Absolutely.
But we were talking about Bow Ring Optics Day, and so if you don't know about this Bow Ring Optics syndrome, then you can look it up, get a little bit more educated about it, and improve your knowledge.
Absolutely, as this is something that I hadn't even heard of prior to today. So it's definitely a great day to show some awareness and educate those around us.
That's for sure.
Absolutely, but we have a couple players getting some great points already, like Norb in first place, stole it away from Susanna, who was in first for the duration of this game so far.
Wow, good job, Norb. But there's still so many plays to be played during this game. I can't wait to see where this shakes up. But Norb, I mean, I didn't even notice, has 31,000 points compared to Suzanne's 23.
Yeah, definitely going to have to see if anyone can steal that away. But I'm going to jump right into our next national day, as it is National Tartan Day. National Tartan Day is on April 6th, and it honors the Scottish heritage flowing through the United States and the estimated 20 to 25 million Americans who claim the Scottish descent. The celebration that takes place during Scottish American Heritage Month.
That is awesome.
Very cool.
Definitely love being able to celebrate any kind of heritage, and the Scottish heritage is definitely one of those that are super interesting and super rich.
I thought I was Scottish for the duration of my entire life.
Really?
Only to find out I have absolutely no Scottish in me.
Yeah,
when
you
I
did
took my 23andMe.
You did the good old spit test.
I did.
And
I did.
And it came back.
My hair is naturally has a red tint to it.
Yes.
I have very rosy red underlying color in my skin. I get freckles like crazy in the summer, specifically from my dad. Like my dad goes horribly freckled. And so, and my grandpa's last name is Ferguson. And so I was like, all right, I'm Scottish. Found out, not my real grandpa. Found out, or my great grandpa, I mean. I found out I'm not actually related to him, so I've got none of his Scottish blood.
That's crazy.
I didn't find out until this, like, last year, quarantine.
That is really interesting. I mean, it's always crazy to be able to track your heritage and all that kind of stuff.
Like, I thought my Nana's father was Scottish.
Wow.
Because I knew him as my grandpa Frank, like her dad. Frank Ferguson. I knew him. He grew up with him.
But her biological father.
Biological father apparently disappeared when she was young, and
wow,
we had no idea.
And so, like, I mean, and that kind of stuff happens more regularly than we'd hope. But like, that's where you lose a little bit of connection with your descent, kind of thing.
Exactly.
And that's why it's so cool that we have the access to these like spit tests and being.
I mean, my dad has owned a kilt in his life. Like, my grandpa used to practice the bagpipes for us. Like, we were like Scottish, like learning the heritage of like being Scottish, and then
you find out, oh, not Scottish
at all.
That's really, really cool, though. I mean, and even I feel like passing down heritage is a little bit more than just like blood relation to the land.
I mean, he's my grandpa through and through.
Yeah,
like, I will count that forever now, but it was definitely really, really strange.
That is so interesting. I didn't even know this story before you told
it. Oh, really?
It. Yeah, I had no idea that. I knew you thought you were Scottish, and then you found out that you weren't. But I didn't realize that it was a whole big.
Yeah, that's why we're like pushing for my dad to take the test.
Oh.
And he just sent in his sample
to see what it is, because it could be anything. Because you don't.
Because I got like a pretty large chunk. I think it was like 12% of Irish and English.
Really?
Like, and I had no idea. I knew I had an aunt who lived in the UK, but I thought it was just one of my Maltese aunts who had moved to London to live there. Nope, but I very well could. Like, I have no idea now.
That's super interesting.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not even like the worst case I've heard of. Like, my mom's best friend, the longest time, she thought that she was only 100% Italian. And she did the test, and she came back 48% Hispanic. And she had found out that her mother actually had lied to her, and she had no idea who her real father was until she was 47.
Wow.
Like 3 or 4 years
That
ago,
is
she
a
just found out.
crazy story.
Yeah, my mom's friend that lives in California.
Incredible. What a crazy story. Wow.
Yeah, so she gets to reconnect with that entire side of the family that she never knew she had.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, being able to connect with your heritage is definitely something really cool. And today, if you have any kind of Scottish heritage, we're celebrating today on National Tartan Day.
Yeah, this is for you guys.
Oh, yeah. Bring out those kilts, bagpipes. Don't turn
Right
your
on.
ma into a bear. We do only have a few minutes left in this game. To be exact, we got 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So make sure you guys finish up those plays. Norb has finished up his plays, but has 41,000 points in that first place spot. Definitely making it tough for anybody to catch up. But DMN21K is creeping up towards that point total.
Absolutely. It's not time to count anyone out just yet. We got a bunch of players still with some plays left, but it's looking like the rest of our from 6th to 9th might be running out.
Wow. Okay, but we're going to move on to our next
Yes.
National Day while you guys are working through these plays, as it's National Teflon Day. National Teflon Day on April 6th each year honors the accidental invention of Teflon on April 6, 1938 by Dr. Roy Pluckett. And so the accidental story of this is they were testing out different materials to replace the hazardous chemicals, materials that they were using to make refrigerators, to refrigerate stuff with. And so they tried out this chemical that was called TFE. And I don't know how to say the full name, so I'm just going to go with TFE, and you guys will never remember it either. So TFE is what it is. And he goes and he puts it in this little cylinder, and then they go put it to go freeze overnight kind of thing. They go and open up this the next day kind of thing. They go and open up the cylinder. No gas or anything comes out because he put it in gas form. And they're like, what's happening? Because it still weighed the same as if it was full. And so then they end up cutting open the canister that they'd put it in, and they find that it had solidified into this white chalky powder that went through all of it. Actually, Roy Pluckett ended up leaving the company he was working for after finding that that material. They then decided to do research into that chemical. They found out that it was the base chemical for creating Teflon, and now we use Teflon everywhere.
Oh, okay. Super interesting. I've always heard about Teflon. I've always heard the phrase, you can't stick to me like Teflon or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't remember what that is.
I honestly couldn't have really told you what it necessarily was until we were talking about it.
Really? Okay. Yeah, it's the coating in non-stick cookware products such as pots and pans.
Okay.
Yeah. Super useful stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets used everywhere.
Oh, yeah. It really, really does.
I love it because it means that I don't have to clean so much on my dishes. We do have a winner winning a giant jackpot. Must have won the large jackpot. Norb over at Wyatt's Twisted Americana, taking home $3,626. That's awesome. Norb.
Nicely done. That is super, super impressive. Congratulations. But we do have another round of Vikings victory, so maybe we can give out this minor jackpot as well.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that top 10 to you guys in just a moment here, as I want to see that minor jackpot. I want it officially said that it went out. I can't wait to see it. You guys have 4 minutes and 27 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, and so make sure you're getting enrolled, press and play.
Absolutely, but we do have our next national day, as it is National Student Athlete Day. National Student Athlete Day annually observes and provides an opportunity to recognize the outstanding accomplishments of student athletes.
Yeah, it's super tough to be a student athlete. It takes up a lot of your time being an athlete as well as a student, being able to manage a social life on top of that.
Working.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of those people have to work throughout college or high school kind of stuff. It's tough being a student athlete.
It really is. I know as soon as you add any sport into your schedule, it pretty much cuts your time in half. Like,
Oh, for sure does.
it is
and
a
I know
huge commitment.
I know you didn't do a lot of sports, but you did sports that took up a lot of time.
That's why I couldn't do a lot of sports, was
Mm-hmm.
because dance was every single day.
Yeah, that
Every single
From what I
day.
heard, like that sounds like a crazy high school sport. Like I could have never committed that much time in high school
Yeah.
to one single sport. I mean, I committed that much time to football, but like I was still playing basketball, but I was doing like little football drills like in between, like during that season. But like you
Well,
couldn't
that's
play
why I got
football
to
season all year
do-
round.
Yeah, that's why I got to do pom when I was on my high school's pom
Oh,
team.
really?
Was because that was like one of the only schedules that worked with dance.
Wow.
And it's kind of discouraging because if I was like playing volleyball or something, I definitely wouldn't have had the treatment I did. But when you're doing dance and pom, they're more lenient about those things because
I completely can
they
understand
go hand
that.
in hand. And so typically if you're going for pom, you need to have dance background. And
Yes.
so they are very lenient about that and stuff like that. So that was super easy to incorporate into my schedule, but it was just way too much as I became a junior.
Oh my goodness,
It
I
was
can't
just
imagine. That would
so
be a
much.
busy schedule.
Yes, there was also like political drama going on the pom team that I didn't want to be a part of. So I was like, all right, bye guys.
No, I think those pom teams, dance teams. I don't. Are they the same thing?
No.
Okay. What's the difference between a pom team and a dance team? Educate me.
Okay, well, a dance team is you're literally doing a dance routine, choreographed right up there. No special stuff. You're just dancing. Whereas pom, it's a different type of dancing. It's more stiff. You have the palms in your hands, and it's more like
A cheer than a
competitive
dance.
cheer routines
Yes, but
without the tumbling.
with more dancing.
Yes.
Okay. Now I get it. That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I like both of them. They're super entertaining to watch either one of them, and so definitely a really fun way to be a student athlete. I got to be a student athlete through football was the main way of that, and so I definitely understand the toughness of being a student athlete. All my siblings have been student athletes as well.
Yeah.
It's a tough task, and so
Yeah.
shout out to anybody who can manage it.
Absolutely. Your sister does it with grace.
Yeah, I was talking about that on the other broadcast.
She is a two-time collegiate athlete.
Yeah, she plays
two different sports.
Yeah, she plays volleyball and basketball right now. Not to mention that like her freshman year she was doing rowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and
she's
I'm actually kind of surprised. I mean, I guarantee her schedule wouldn't allow it, but it's almost surprising that she didn't go out for field hockey with her roommate.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. I think it's lacrosse. Her
Is it?
Her roommate's doing lacrosse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other Sophia. Yeah, she's playing goalie for lacrosse.
Yeah.
Will made a really funny suggestion during the broadcast, and he was saying that he wants to see lacrosse on the Olympic stage.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought that would be a really cool addition.
Yeah.
There's not but I don't know if enough countries play lacrosse for
Yeah,
that
I'm
to
not
be
really
big
sure
enough.
the crossover.
Can I tell you what I want to do? I suggested this after he suggested lacrosse. I suggested rugby.
That's what my first thought was.
Yeah, I want rugby because even though we don't play rugby a lot over
I
in
think
America,
rugby would be so much more entertaining to watch.
it would be so fun to watch a bunch of like NFL dudes learn rugby real quick to be able to play in like the Olympics kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that'd be so entertaining.
It would, for sure. But we do have those Vikings victory winners.
Ooh, yeah, let's talk about those, and I'll read them off to you in just a moment. Yes, in game number 1 of Vikings victory, in 10th place, we got Soup Chunky over at Oak Lawn Tavern, taking home $27.
I'm sorry, your soup's chunky.
Yeah, I mean, at least switch it around and make it sound a little bit better. Chunky soup.
Soup chunky. I like it that way.
Yeah, but for like people buy chunky soup all the time.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But like
tomato-
hearing it
potato
as
soup
soup
and stuff.
chunky, I'm like, I'm like, oh, the soup is chunky. In ninth place, though, we had La over at Blasco's Embassy Bar, taking home $27. We also had Brendan in eighth place, at Up the Creek Grill and Bar, taking home $27. $41 went out to Grick over at American Legion Litchfield in seventh place. Sixth place, we got J.J. Hall over at Eagles Mankato with $54 going into his pocket. $54 also went out to the fifth place player, Mindy, over at, it's Mindy May at Benton Station. In fourth place, getting bumped back quite a bit from getting in the first place in the first push, Susan over at the Hideout Saloon. Susanna over at the Hideout Saloon and Grill, taking home $82. Not a bad prize there. We had Mind in third place over at CW's Bar and Grill, taking home $109. DMN 21K at Barden's on Main took home $123 in second place. And then that giant, large jackpot winner, Norb, over at Wyatt's Twisted Americana, taking home $3,626.
Nicely done to all of our top 10 winners.
Yeah, definitely some really good stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, Susanna reminds me of Shoshana.
What's that from?
From I don't know if I'm allowed to say the title on here. It's that movie we just watched. It's a Quentin Tarantino film, Inglourious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't think we should say that on. But
that's what
if you guys know it, Inglourious, and then you can fill in the rest. That's the movie we're talking about.
Yes, it's a great movie. But it reminds me of Shoshana.
Shoshana, that's awesome. Susanna, poor Susanna. Next up, on our National Day list, we do have National Caramel Popcorn Day. Each year on April 6th, National Caramel Popcorn Day conjures up memories of fairs, sporting events, and fun snacks.
This is a day for Ben.
Oh, for sure. Caramel popcorn is delicious.
Mm-hmm. He said this is his only way he likes caramel. Other than that, caramel is disgusting.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, and he's my brother. I love the bags of caramel popcorn, and then you get the cheddar popcorn mixed in with it.
Oh,
tasty.
Oh, it was on John and I's broadcast on Tuesday. It was National Caramel Day.
Yes.
And we were talking about that, and I brought up the Chicago bags of popcorn that have that the super cheddary cheddar
Yes,
and like
so
the
good.
The caramel corn.
Yeah, it's so tasty. I absolutely love that. But then you can also get the tins where it's got the caramel, it's got the chocolate.
I like those.
The chocolate
the Christmas
popcorn.
Tins.
Oh, yeah, the Christmas tins. Just bomb.
You get like that awesome like buttery one that's like not like gross buttery. It's like dry butter flavor, and it's so good.
Yeah, it definitely is super tasty. But it also conjures up memories of fairs, sporting events. Do you have any fun fair food that you like?
Quite a bit.
There's so much good fair food. It's hard to choose. If I could choose from all the ones that I want to try over at the Minnesota State Fair, I'd probably have a list of like
if we're talking about the Minnesota State Fair, I couldn't even there is a list of them I want to try. But just regular like State Fair, Carney Fair type food. Savory, I'm gonna go with one of those long corn dogs.
Oh, corn dog from the fair is always delicious.
But sweet, I'm either gonna have to go with a frozen lemonade or I'm gonna go with deep fried Oreos.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Deep fried Oreos are some of the tastiest deep fried things I've ever eaten.
Yeah,
Have you had them?
They're really good. Oreos are just generally too sweet for me now, and
you old man.
And so deep frying them, it's
and then you put the powdered sugar on it. It's so good.
It's just it's icing. I don't like sweet icing flavor. It upsets my stomach for some reason. And I guess I'm an old man for it. But I can eat like 3 bags of candy and feel a-okay after.
Yeah.
But like it's just like if I eat like a whole cupcake with all the icing on top, I'm gonna end up with a stomach ache.
I get that.
But 3 bags candy, down easy. Mm-hmm. So that's just the way it works. But my favorite fair food, I'm going to have to go with...
Savory.
For the savory, gosh, there's so many good ones. Let's go with...
Corn dog.
Corn dog's up there. Corn dog's up there. I know you took a favorite of mine, so I'm going to reel it on into... gosh.
Ooh, I have another one.
I'm going to go with a fair hot dog.
For a hot dog? Corn dogs are better.
They definitely are, but you took it from me.
You can say corn dog. I'll change mine. I have a next one.
Okay, I'll go corn dog.
Okay, you'll go corn dog. Butterfly chips.
I don't even know what those are.
They are potatoes that are like twisted and spiraled thin and deep fried.
Really?
And then they're drizzled across with sour cream, cheddar, bacon. And it's like these like butterflied, like crispy potato chips that are like covered in like these loaded potato skin toppings. And it is a magical dish.
Delicious. I would totally go crazy for that one.
Yeah, they're like butterflied. This is what I'm talking
Wow,
about.
that looks really, really good. I'm going to have to try that or see if our local fair has one. I mean,
so good. Even from when I was like 10 years old, my family ended up having to get like 3 when we would go to fairs. Like my family scarfs these.
That's awesome. And then for sweet, I'm going elephant ears.
Oh, that was my childhood all-time favorite.
It's
so
because
good.
it's the only place that I will eat. Like
It's
that.
the only place you really can eat them.
Yeah,
Isn't it just a deep fried tortilla?
Yeah, that's all it is.
I had no idea until like maybe 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so tasty, though. I don't even care that's a deep fried tortilla.
No, that just means I could make it at home.
Exactly. I need to learn how to make it at home, like make a good elephant ear.
Oh, I guarantee we can.
Oh, it'd be really quick.
It'd be super easy.
We do only have a little bit left in this game. Only 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. And we'll see if we can give out any of these jackpots that are available. $270, $521. We'll see if any of them go out, as Lumpy is in first place.
Are you going to do your voice? Your lumpy voice? What is she called?
Oh, Lumpy Space Princess from
I couldn't remember what she was called.
from Adventure Time. Yeah. No, I'm not going to be doing Lumpy Space Princess on this broadcast.
Sorry, guys. I tried.
Maybe
for
if
ya.
I was feeling a little bit more enthusiastic. I guess it is Wild Wednesday, so
Yeah.
no, I'm not doing it. It just embarrassed myself. So get the rest of your plays in.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure you don't leave anything on the board. Pronto in 8th, still having plays left. Could be moving into that top 5.
Lumpy still has some plays left as well, but they have a nice little run up in first.
Yeah, Coco's in first. Second place, only 2,000 points behind Lumpy. Could have a few lucky plays to move up. Jody RN.
Yeah, make sure you guys get those in these final few minutes.
Okay, but do you also speaking of fair memories, do you have a favorite ride at the fair?
At like just like the pop-up carny fairs?
Yeah.
So typically when I was a child,
Yes.
Gravitron.
Oh, all the way.
All the way. I'd go upside down, sideways, get yelled at,
Exactly.
whatever it was. Loved it. That one and the Himalayan ride, those were like my 2 favorites.
The Himalayan ride.
Yeah,
I don't know
that
of
goes in a
this.
circle and then it goes
Oh,
backwards.
yes, I know
and
exactly
it plays
what you're talking about.
it's like plays the best music at the fair.
For sure.
It always has the best music. And so those 2 were always my favorite. But like the one that like really brought me the most joy was at the end of the night. I'd always go on the Ferris wheel last.
And go see all the bright lights.
I loved it. Loved it. And so that might have to take the cake, but it's not necessarily like a ride, you know?
Yeah, I get that one. I'm going to go with mine is going to be probably the Gravitron. The Gravitron's always been my favorite. It's always
Absolutely.
interested me the most as a kid.
How
and
it
then,
worked.
And then even since then, like, I still have childhood enjoyment of going on the Gravitron.
Oh, I guarantee I would have a blast if I went on to Gravitron nowadays.
And it's like one of the only fair things that I'm not scared is gonna fall apart like
That's true.
mid ride.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that I'm like, this could happen.
Yeah, I don't think I will ever go on one of those tower ones again.
Really, I'm
Yeah.
still gonna ride them. I like them. They're super fun.
But there it is, Lumpy over at Poppers, taking home $162. But we'll have that entire top 10 for you guys in just a few moments. But congratulations, Lumpy, taking first place.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. Now we are going to be getting rolled into a game of Pride of Minnesota. It's a high-low game. The best in the state, the worst in the state. Going to be taking home some prizes. And so get enrolled, press play. We're going to have a lot of fun in this one.
Absolutely. Make sure you do your absolute best or your absolute worst.
Definitely. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to get into this next game, so definitely do so.
Yeah, but we have one next National Day, and it is National Sorry Charlie Day. National Sorry Charlie Day on April 6th each year encourages us to view rejection from a different perspective. It's a day to think about the times we have been rejected, whether we've been rejected by a sweetheart or a college, a prospective employer, or the bank for a loan. We've all been refused some way or another. The day also gives us an opportunity to reflect on how we've survived that rejection and what we learned from it.
Yeah, I think this is a great spin on rejection. It's always super tough to be able to take rejection, and being able to learn from it is sometimes even tougher. And so, by able to spin it into a learning experience instead of a negative rejection that just puts you down, you can turn a bad situation into a good one. And even sometimes rejection ends up working out in your favor.
Absolutely. When one door closes, another one opens. I am a firm believer of that. That like you can never stay down for too long, because if you thought something was going to go one way, just look a different way, and I guarantee you'll find a different outlook at the bigger picture.
Oh, for sure. I'm super. It's a super good day to celebrate. Just changing your perspective on rejection.
Absolutely.
We do have another national day. It's one last national day, and this is not celebrated by the United States. This is only celebrated by us here at Pilot Games. It's National John Day, and that's because it's John Hot Take Higgins' birthday, and we have a bunch of Johns that work at Pilot, and so we'll celebrate all of them today, but especially John Hot Take Higgins for the great broadcast work that he brings to you guys almost every single day.
What do we have, like 4 Johns?
Do we have 4 Johns? Yeah, yeah. I think right now I know
Off the
4 Johns.
top of the head, 4 Johns.
Yeah, and then I mean, my name's John in Gaelic, so
That doesn't count.
it connects.
There actually is a National John Day, though.
Yeah, I knew there was an actual John
Okay.
Day. That's why I prefaced that it's not celebrated by the United States. It's only celebrated here because the actual
It's John's birthday.
the United States one is somewhere down the line.
Yes, it's sometime in June. But today is Hot Take Higgins' birthday, if you guys did not know that or catch on by now. So it is National John Day in our books.
It definitely is. We get to go have fun. I'm really excited for the pizza when we get out. 1 minute, though, and 50 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. So keep on pressing play and getting after it. We got a little bit of Twins news to get into, as the opening game between Seattle Mariners and the Minnesota Twins has been postponed because of inclement weather.
Okay, this is actually for the best.
Yeah, in the forecast Thursday in Minneapolis. The game has been rescheduled for Friday at 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time. The forecast Thursday calls for rain, snow mix, and cold conditions.
Yeah, and it was like 35-mile-per-hour winds, and I was just thinking to myself, how is that going to happen?
Oh, for sure.
There was just no way that they were going to be able to play a ball game with 35-mile-per-hour winds. Like, that just does not add up. So hopefully they'll have better conditions going on Friday when they take on the Mariners. It's going to be at 3:10 for you guys, and so definitely make sure you guys are looking out for that.
All right. Well, I just wanted to do this for some fun. Doesn't have anything to do with our Twins, but we're going to be talking about the best names in baseball. And I want to hear, what's your opinion of the best name in baseball?
Okay.
Candidate number 1, Skybolt.
Fun name.
Fun name, you know,
Off to a great
Skybolt.
start.
That seems really, really good.
Seems like he wants to bolt the balls into the sky.
Lars Nootbaar.
Reminds me of Fig Newton.
Yeah, you know, another good one.
Yeah.
We have Luscious Fox.
Oh, that's a great one.
That's a really good name right
I
there.
feel like that's what my randomized Webkinz name would be.
Luscious Fox.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
When I was like a kid and didn't have a brain cell in my head, I was just, I feel like that would be a name to pick.
That would be such a good one. Okay, next up,
Okay.
Cash Case.
I like it.
That's another really good name.
But it reminds me of Cassius.
Cassius Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Cash Case.
Yeah.
We got I'm gonna.
Let me see it.
I'm trying to see if there. Coco Crisp is a name, I guess, of a baseball player. I don't know of that. And we got Parker Markle.
Parker Markle. That's a fun name.
That definitely is. Do you have a favorite out of that list that we talked about? Luscious Fox.
No, I'm going to have to go with that first one.
Oh, Skybolt.
Skybolt.
That's a really good one.
That is probably my favorite.
Definitely a fun name. Definitely one of the best names in baseball. And I'm going to go with... I liked Parker Markle. That was a really funny one. But so let's get ready for the baseball season. Opening day is on Friday, and so hopefully you guys are going to be heading over there. Hopefully it's a little bit better weather so we can have a packed stadium cheering on our Twins as they take on the Mariners.
Absolutely. But if you want to show some support for the Twins in the meantime, we've teamed up with them for our awesome E-Tap game, Twins Win, that you can play at any time. You can pick a lucky batter in that home run derby bonus round and win some Grand Slam prizes.
Yeah, love that E-Tab game, but I also love our Twins/Vikings bingo that we play during the lunchtime. We combine Twins and Vikings points to create the Twiking zone for all of those lunchtime standings.
Absolutely, but before we jump into that, I do have those winners from the second game.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, let's hear those winners.
All right, well, from that second round of Vikings victory, coming in 10th place, we actually had a small jackpot winner, Julie, over at Moose Lodge.
Not in 10th place.
Not in 10th place. But we did have a small jackpot winner, Julie, over at Moose Lodge Wait Park, taking home that $521 jackpot. Nicely done, taking home that small jackpot.
Yeah, hey, you didn't get into the top 10, but you were still winning.
Yeah, you still got a great prize, so congratulations to Julie. But into 10th place, we had Hokies over at Wilderness Bar, who took home 27. Kimmy M over at Arrow's Club took home $27, coming in 9th. In 8th place, we had Terry over at Diamond Point, taking home $27. Pronto over at Villa Bar and Grill took home $40, coming in 7th. In 6th place, we had Photo Gabby over at American Legion Shaska, taking home $54. Jen over at the Roadhouse 169 came in 5th place, also taking home $54. Then in 4th place, we had Coco at Frank's Bar, taking home $81. Getting to take home $108. In 3rd place, we had Sue over at Diamond Point. Then Jody RN over at the Cabin Bar came in 2nd, getting to take home $121. And then we had Lumpy over at Poppers, getting to take home that 1st place prize of $162.
Yeah, good job to all those players winning in Vikings victory. And let's move quickly on from one list to another list. And we got the player standings in the Twiking zone. In 10th place, we have a two-way tie, both with 77,000 points. It's Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill and Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. Do you have a prediction? Pooba breaking out of that tie. We'll see if that can happen. In 9th place, we got Bryzo over at Big Dog Sports Cafe with 81,000 points. With 87,000 points. In 8th place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park. 7th place, it's Dago11 over at Polar Lounge with 89,000 points. In the 100,000 point club, in 6th place, we got GTZ over at Sal's Bar and Grill with 102,000 points. Slightly ahead of GTZ, we got Bobo over at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 108,000 points in 5th place. And then only a slight jump ahead of Bobo, it's Yo-Yo over at Main Street Pub with 111,000 points in 4th place. Do you think anybody's going to be caught in that little tight race in the 100,000 point club?
I'm not too sure. I'm going to kind of wait and see what's going to happen. They've kind of been a slow roller the past couple days to week.
It definitely has been.
I don't want to make anything too big of a call to say, because I really think they might be staying right where they are for the next couple days.
And I say nay.
All right.
Nay to that, because
well, that's what I'm hoping for.
Because Bobo has been moving up the standings. Now, it hasn't been drastic, but it's been steadily over the last 3 weeks. We watched him creep into the top 10 about a month ago, and he's been slowly just one player at a time knocking them back. He's now in 5th place. He's one of our top-tier players that's always playing pilot games.
You think Yo-Yo's next?
And I think Yo-Yo may be the next one to be overtaken by
his
Bobo.
Next victim.
Well, we'll see if it can happen in these standings. Definitely some crazy stuff on the line, but we'll keep on going into this. Our top 3 sit like this. In 3rd place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with 122,000 points. With 128,000 points, in 2nd place, we got Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. And in 1st place, it's Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley with 157,000 points.
Congrats to our entire top 10, but definitely come out for our lunchtime show to try your hand hand at winning some points. But I'm going to hop right into these location standings as we have a tie that's still holding off in our 9th place spot.
Wow.
Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale is still tied up with VFW Blaine, and they both sit with 109,000 points. Then with a little bit of a rise between them, in 8th place, we have Steve O's and Crystal with 121,000 points. But with 131,000 points in 7th place, we've got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 6th place is our place on 3rd and Faribault with 193,000 points. But with 199,000 points, so close to that 200,000 point club, in 5th place we have Eagles Rochester. 4th place was Corner Bar in Goodhue, sitting with 233,000 points. But with 243,000 points in 3rd place, we have American Legion Fridley. Then in 2nd place, we have Corky's Bar South Haven with 328,000 points. And then with 538,000 points in 1st place, it is VFW Spring Lake Park.
Yeah, good job to all of those locations, really getting after it. There's some tight races that I'm watching out for, too, as our place on 3rd and Eagles Rochester are both racing each other to get into that 200,000 point club. Eagles Rochester on the brink of doing so at 199,000 points.
Yeah, do you know if they were able to get any
Ooh,
points today
I
during
don't
lunchtime?
remember during that lunchtime broadcast. I hope they were to be able to get into that 200,000 point club, but it may not have happened.
All right, well, I'll take a little peek and see if I can skim over and see if they have.
Yeah, because they only need one, so it's really gonna really come down to just one player being able to take it home.
They did get some points today.
Terry F. was able to take home some points. CMC got some points. I know CMC won a few times during this.
Absolutely, yeah, they did.
So they're definitely going to be in that 100,000 point club. Exciting stuff. Good job, Eagles Rochester. Can't wait to check in on where you landed when we come in for a Cup of Joe with Jordy tomorrow.
Absolutely. Definitely check out Cup of Joe if you want to know all the shakeups that happened today.
Yeah, I think I'm the one that's joining you for Cup of Joe tomorrow. So,
oh, are you?
Yeah, super exciting stuff. Can't wait to talk about all those great prizes. But we do have an E-Tab Spotlight to get over, and you guys can win a bunch of great prizes in that E-Tab, especially our E-Tab Spotlight. Go for gold. That's what we're listening to right now. It's like the Summer Olympics. It's super fun. It feels super competitive, and you can win some super good amounts of cash.
Absolutely, you'll love it. And if you guys don't want to go for gold, they have over 50 different charitable E-Tab games that you guys can choose to play at any time. All those games having 85% payout and huge prizes up to $1,500. You definitely want to be checking those out. And we have small bets between 50 cents and $5 on those games, not to mention awesome bonus and free play rounds as well. We've also been implementing extreme lounges all over the place, so you guys can check those out, risk it for the biscuit, and play with a more volatile deck for higher prizes on the line.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've just came out with 2 new E-Tabs just in 2022, and that's been Nugget Chasers, a great game, and the one that just hit your guys' iPads last Thursday, Blazing Wheels.
Yeah, Roaring Twenties also came out this year.
It didn't come out in 2022.
Came out in January.
Did it come out in January? Wow, okay, no.
It was the first one of the year.
It was the first one of the year. Yeah, Nugget Chasers was the first one. Yeah, it was. We've already put out 3 E-Tab games since the new year, and we plan on putting out a bunch more.
Absolutely. Definitely check out all of those E-Tab games. I know there's a lot of fun and a lot of cash on the line in all of those games, so definitely try your hand at our E-Tab games that you guys can play at any time.
Oh, yeah, but we only have 17 seconds left in this game, and it looks like Jimmy has been able to secure that first place spot with none of the rest of the top 5 having any plays left. We can check with the 6th through 9th spots, though, in just this second.
We'd take a big jump if anyone's going to steal away that first place spot. Hot Mama has a play or 2 left, though, so again, we're out of time. Unfortunately, they were not able to get those plays in.
Yeah, and so we'll wait for that big screen, big blue screen to announce it. But it looks like Claire was able to be our big loser of this game. So good job to Claire. But we'll talk about the rest of the top 10 and the first place player in just a moment. So make sure you guys, oh, there it is, blue screen. Jimmy over at Stadium Sports Bar, White Bear Lake, taking home $79.
Yeah, but we'll get that entire top 10 for you guys in just a few moments as we are getting enrolled in our final game of Vikings victory.
Yeah, definitely get enrolled. Press play. This is going to be a really fun game. We've been able to give out one of the jackpots in the last 2 games.
No, both of them. We gave out that
We've been able to give out one of the 2 jackpots in the last 2 games. right? That's the correct statement, correct?
But we gave out a jackpot in each of the Vikings victories.
Yeah, am I not saying that correctly? I don't know if I'm not saying. We've given out one of our jackpots in the last 2 games.
I think
in the last 2 games of
but
Vikings victory. Okay, I might have just said it a little confusing, but definitely getting roll press play. We plan on giving out another one of those jackpots in this one right here. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to do so. As you're getting enrolled, we have a little bit of music history to get into.
All right. Well, on this date in 1974, Billy Joel scores his first top 40 hit with Piano Man, which comes in at number 33 when it peaked at number 25 2 weeks later. It only got up to number 25.
Yeah, all-time great. I mean, it was also his first hit. It was his first time ever becoming big.
It's an iconic song.
Yeah, but like how many people do you know that don't have a name at all in the industry and shoot up to the #1 spot in the billboards?
I know. I feel like he got a little...
He got gypped.
Yeah.
I'm sure it got a lot more popularity as he continued and put out a bunch of really good music because, as we know, he continued to put out a lot of really, really good music and definitely did it. Will, though, had the hot take of, it's not really his hot take, it's his parents' hot take, that Piano Man is the only good Billy Joel song.
Really?
Yeah, they don't even like. I was expecting. I was like, I can understand some of the Billy Joel songs, them not being fans of it, but if they're fans of Piano Man, I feel like they have to be fans of like Vienna as well, because it's that slow melody type song. But I could see how if they weren't into like Uptown Girl and like the more like happy-go-lucky Billy Joel songs, I could understand that.
It's hard for me to say that just because I have such a love for Billy Joel, and so it's a little hard for me to see that, but I understand, yeah. But they don't even think Vienna's a good song?
No.
You knew this about me.
I know. I'm doing it for the crowd.
Yes, no. If you guys haven't heard the song Vienna, it's beautiful.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 10 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled. Press and play. And we were talking about Billy Joel's hit. Do you have any other songs that you like from Billy Joel?
Only the Good Die Young.
Another top tier one.
Let me take a look. Maybe I can see something else I like. I'm not really sure. There's quite a few, but...
yeah, he has so many hits. It's hard to narrow it down to just a few of them. We Didn't Start the Fire, always a fun one.
My favorites are definitely Piano Man, Only the Good Die Young, and then Vienna as #1, though.
That's awesome. Yeah, I probably go... out of Billy Joel's songs, I really like Vienna as well. I think it's probably my top song for Billy Joel. And then it's like We Didn't Start the Fire. I really like that one. I really love Piano Man. That was one of my favorite songs for a period of time.
Yes.
And so I definitely love that one. That's probably my top 3 right there.
All right.
But we do have the #1 song while Billy Joel was sitting at that number 33 spot in 1974 on this same day. Blue Suede, Hooked on a Feelin' hits #1.
Is that the iconic Hooked on a Feeling song?
Yeah, you know, like
Hooked on a Feeling, bum 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 bum.
Hooked on a Feeling.
I'm high on believing.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it is.
You screwed me up for a second.
I was gonna start doing the Will I Am. Why am I blanking on what they are? Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas.
Song. Yeah. No.
I got a feeling. That
yeah,
one.
and then I was just gonna say Hooked on a Feeling, and then
I was like, where are you going with this?
Yeah, another song that I can do that
funny.
another song that I can do that exact same thing to. In 1965 was recorded. It's the Beach Boys, and they recorded California Girls.
Okay, yeah.
California Girls. Good old Katy Perry. But Beach Boys, definitely a great song, and was one of those big ones for the Beach Boys.
Absolutely, that's awesome.
Definitely some really good music done on today.
Yeah, it's a big day.
Yeah, for sure.
But you guys are out there playing right now, and if you guys were out there yesterday, yet last night during our MegaSota game night, that time and right now are the only times where you guys can earn those PGL points. And so if you guys want to earn those points and compete with our top 10s in our PGL standings, sign up at pgl.world today. Once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League, you'll be able to keep up with all of our information, get a monthly newsletter, and we also showcase all of our brand newcomers who sign up and sprinkle a little bit of extra luck on them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Those new players are Toby Twos, Mike D, Stetson, Matty Bean, Bev J, Gamer Guy 1, Real Play 1, Super Duper 1, MC Cloud Jr., Loon, Rawl, Nike DD, Shay, Sarah Mike E, and Lala.
Thanks everyone signing up. Good to see you out there. Here's a little bit of extra luck out to you. Boom. And so maybe we'll see you guys out there somewhere else.
That was
a boom.
That was boom. But definitely some great names. I heard that MNC Cloud Jr. is your favorite one because it sounds like a SoundCloud rapper.
Doesn't it?
It does.
It sounds like his mixtape got to be dropping soon.
Exactly.
Like, I'm MMC Cloud Jr.
I kind of want to look it up on SoundCloud now just to see if he actually
out there.
exists. If there's actually an MMC Cloud Jr., I'm going to go crazy for it. I'm going to go NMC Cloud Jr. was my acclaimed favorite in the other broadcast, but I'm going to go with the player Toby Twos.
I knew you were going to pick that one.
Love Toby Twos.
I knew you were going to pick it. We got Big Pimpin' out there. Haven't seen you out playing in a bit. Nice to see ya.
Yeah, definitely.
In first place, too.
Yeah, one of those big-time players that knows how to get it done. But we have some players that definitely got it done in some Pride of Minnesota action.
Oh, yeah.
And the person who didn't get it done but didn't get it done the most was Claire over at Friendly Buffalo. She was able to actually win money from being the worst player and actually won $79 on that one. Love the high-low game for that.
Absolutely. It's one of the best games we have to offer, in my opinion.
For sure.
It's so funny.
But in 10th place in these standings, we got Rocky over at Leo's Sports Bar in Newmarket, taking home $23. $23 also went to the 9th place player, Hot Mama, over at JC's Bar and Grill. 8th place, we got Evilio at Shenanigans Cheer and Chow, taking home $23. $31 went out to DLB Bowman over at Friar Tuck's Pub. $31 went to the 6th place player, over at Clancy's on Island Lake. 4th place was 5th place was DMN21K over at Barden's on Main, taking home $31. $39 went out to Cole over at Riverside Inn in Holly in 4th place. 3rd place, we had TDR over at Eagles Wantana, taking home $55. Then AK91 in 2nd place at Schiffler's Liquor, took home $69. And then that $79 went out to Jimmy over at Stadium Sports Bar.
Nicely done. That entire top 10 in our was that the fun? No, that was the Pride of Minnesota. We are in that final game of Vikings victory right now.
Yeah, we're hoping to be able to give out one of these jackpots again. $540, $135. One of them can be going out in this one. We've been able to give out 2 different ones during our last 2 Vikings games, as we gave out a small jackpot to Julie, who took home $521 on that game, and then the large jackpot that went out to Norb over at Wyatt's Twisted Americana, taking home $3,626.
Yeah, nicely done to all of those winners. Norb reminds me of Orbeez for some reason. I don't know why.
Norb? I keep on thinking Norbit.
Really?
That's the first thing that pops in my head.
Yeah, that makes more sense than mine.
It does. It does. We Will, our other broadcast, big fan of the movie Norbit.
Oh, absolutely.
But we do have a PGL standings to get into, what you guys are earning points for right now. And in 10th place, we got Sarah Honey at VFW Austin with 770,085 points. With 789,065 points. In 9th place, we got Lulu over at Poppers. 8th place, it's Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 846,870 points. With 929,675 points in 7th place, we got Reyes22 over at the Old Town Tavern. Reyes22 is a streaky player. One of those players that I go, are they going to move up or are they going to get bumped way back down? Because it's either they rarely stay the same. It's either Reyes 22, big riser, big getting bumped up, back, and she's really close to catching up to these next two players who are only about 30,000 points ahead.
Oh, yeah, they're neck and neck in these standings right now.
But speaking of neck and neck, the next two players, they actually did a flip-flop last night, and that was Brizo over at Underground Bar and Grill getting bumped back now with 960,455 points. Moving up from 6th into 5th, though, we got Forget You D over at Eagles Austin with 964,480 points. 4th place, it's Ted over at Billy's Rockford with 1,013,819 points.
Yeah, they're our biggest riser of the week.
Yeah, definitely have had a big rise. 3rd place, we got Big Dog over at Little Fall Bowling Center with 1,056,050 points. 2nd place, it's Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 1,460,045 points. And in 1st place, it's Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post with 1,582,830 points.
Absolutely. Our top 10 are killing it, and you guys are out there earning points right now. So hopefully we can see you guys shake up our top 10 a little bit when we come in tomorrow morning.
I'm super surprised of how close Keith and Bam Bam are right now. I mean, it's still an 100,000 point gap between the two players, but that is a lot less than what Bam Bam had heading into this week.
Yeah, they were not able to accumulate that many points on Monday night, and so it's definitely closing the gap a little bit, and Keith might even be able to rival that 1st place spot.
Yeah, if he's out here playing right now, we could see a rise from Keith.
Absolutely, but I'm going to hop right into the location standings as there were quite a few shakeups happening. The location that was in 8th place got pushed all the way back to 10th was Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa, sitting with 2,719,065 points. 9th place was able to hold on to their spot as Neighbors Pub Dover accumulated some points, now sitting with 2,770,755 points. But the big riser from 10th into 8th, switching with Leo's Sports Bar, it was Beck's Pub in Becker, now sitting with 2,925,684 points. Super close to that 3 million point club, but there is one more location even closer. In 7th place, we have Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter, sitting with 2,984,015 points. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, definitely. Down the wrong too.
Yeah.
But let's check in with how much time we have left in this game before you finish up those standings. Only 2 minutes left in this game of Vikings victory, so make sure you're getting those plays done. I see Chucky in that 2nd place spot with a boatload of plays. Could be heading into that 1st place spot.
They've been switching a route, and they've been in and out of that 1st place spot for the last couple minutes.
Yeah, we'll see if it can happen.
All right, well, I'm going to jump right back into the 3 million point club because we got 3 more locations joining it up after last night. In 6th place, we have American Legion Cleveland now with 3,054,340 points. 5th place is VFW Northfield sitting with 3,071,185 points. Then in 4th place, we have Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 3,161,269 points. Now officially in the 4 million point club in 3rd place, we have Neeson's Gaylord with 4,056,085 points. In 2nd place, it's Billy's Rockford with 4,698,209 points accumulated so far. And then in 1st place, officially in that 5 million point club, we have Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake sitting with 5,087,674 points.
Yeah, good job, Third Rail Bar and Grill, killing it so far in this season, already in the 5 million point club. Well, we may be able to get in a 10 million point club by the end of the season with the way the Third Rail Bar and Grill is going.
I'd love to see it. Make it happen, guys.
Well, Chucky has taken over that 1st place spot once again, and it looks like we only have a few seconds left, 25 seconds to get the rest of these plays in. Make sure you're finishing this game strong.
Absolutely, but we do have some wild news as they are 43-21-5 right now.
Yeah, definitely not good news as Ryan Johansson had his first career hat trick and led the Nashville Predators to a 6-2 victory over the Minnesota Wild on Tuesday night.
Lame.
Yeah, Matt Zuccarello and Kirill Kaprizov each had a goal and an assist for Minnesota. Marc-Andre Fleury made 27 saves, and the Wild were 9-0-1 in the previous 10 games.
Yeah, they were doing awesome. I mean, this is only the first real, official loss that they've taken in those 10-game spans.
Exactly.
So it's not something to necessarily get super upset about. It is a little discouraging to see, but hopefully they can keep their heads straight on for their game on Friday. But we do have a winner.
Chucky over at Trouble's Bar and Restaurant taking home $162. Good job, Chucky, in this final game of Vikings victory. You guys are about to get enrolled into a little bit of fishing derby action. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back as you guys get into that game.
All right.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching,
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, and we are getting into this next PGL game of the broadcast, and we're in it already. It is a game of fishing derby. Gonna be super fun. We're gonna be giving out a bunch of PGL points as well as some huge prizes. We'll even hit the lake with you guys hopefully in just a little bit. But in first place, getting it started off early, Mike having a really good first play of 19,000 points.
Absolutely. A huge jump to get this game started off with. But we do have those top 10 winners from our last round of Vikings victory.
Yeah, let's hear about those winners.
All right, we'll hopping right into 10th place. We had TDR over at Eagles Owatonna taking home $27. Player over at Smockhouse took home $27, coming in 9th. In 8th place, we had Nat over at Chart House taking home $27 as well. Then in 7th, it was Big Pimpin' over at the Alabama Gilbert taking home $40. Over at Clancy's on Island Lake got to take home $54, coming in 6th. In 5th place, we had Hogs over at Leo Sports Bar taking home $54. In 4th place, we had Suki over at Howie Sports Bar and Grill taking home $81. Getting to win $108. In 3rd place, we had Rocky at Leo's Bar Newmarket. 2nd place was Poncho over at Maple Tavern, taking home $121. And then $162 got to go into 1st place player's pocket, Chucky over at Trouble's Bar and Restaurant.
Yeah, definitely some really good wins there in that final game of Vikings victory. Those jackpots in, wait, we're in Fishing Derby right now.
Yes.
That's what we're in right now. But it doesn't look like Fishing Derby. We have prizes underneath us. This is very interesting. Well, I think we're in some Fishing Derby action.
Yeah.
That's what we should be in right now. And so I don't know what these prizes underneath us are, but Mike is still in first place with that phenomenal play that they had to get us started off with.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, you're going to double check, make sure we are in a game of Fishing Derby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we're in Fishing Derby right now. So the screen does not lie, but we're hoping that our Minnesota Wild can get back on the right track after that 6-2 loss to the Predators. Oh, I completely forgot. It is kind of like our game of Vikings victory where we have the what did Nikki call it?
Largemouth and smallmouth.
Yeah, the largemouth and smallmouth bass prizes.
Yeah.
Definitely some good stuff.
$529 on that largemouth and $178 on that smallmouth.
Definitely some good stuff. That's awesome. Well, that makes me even more excited. Completely forgot about that in Fishing Derby. I guess I've been playing too much Vikings victory this week. And,
yeah, it seems to be that way.
And got it in the brain.
But we were talking about our Wild before we went on break, and they do have a game coming up on Friday when they're going up against the Blues at 7 p.m. So definitely look out for that. And you can play in the meantime, Let's Go Wild at any bar or restaurant where you play Pilot games in order to showcase some luck to them. And you can try out that slap shot bonus to win some huge prizes.
Yeah, definitely love our partnership with the Wild and all the fun games they have. And, you know, the ice arena. It's an awesome arena. We do have a fishing report to get into as we're checking in with a different kind of ice, the melting kind of ice. And we're hoping that it can melt even faster so we can get out on the water and get fishing happening. But over at Millie Locks Lake, this was done by Outdoors Weekly today. The shorelines are pulling away. Ice conditions are changing rapidly this time of year. So use caution and check with resorts for updates to see when those waterways open up.
Absolutely. But while you guys are out there playing, make sure you guys are taking as many pictures as possible. We love seeing you guys out there having a blast. So whether it's with your best friend, your mom, your dad, whether it be with a jackpot or really just having a good time, we want to see you guys out there playing Pilot games. So send all of your amazing player pictures in. You can send them directly to us on Facebook. You can email them us at jackpots@pilotgames.com, or you can post them on any of your social medias with the hashtag PilotGames.
Yeah, definitely love those player picks. And it looks like Mike is still in first place with 34,000 points, not letting it go as he had those really nice plays to get himself started up.
Absolutely. Let's see what kind of lead they have on the rest of the standings. Okay, not too far behind him. We've got Evie Lowe, if that's how you say that player
That's
name.
how I tried to say. That's how I said it. We got player in third. We'll see who can move up. Eric 182. Joey G.
Midnight.
Yeah, Joji actually. We got in ninth player. We'll see who can move up. Lots of plays still to happen in this game, but we have a little bit of Vikings news to get into. We've been talking so much about Vikings victory. Might as well talk about some news. And we have I pulled up a fun little mock draft. And the person who made this mock draft actually did 3 different scenarios in that mock draft of one where we trade up with that first round pick to move up. We also trade the first round pick to move back in one of the scenarios. And in the last scenario, we just stay put and pick with the picks that we got.
All right. Yeah, well, let's take a look at that first mock-up. In the scenario where we trade up, it's looking like they're going to do a first-round pick, number 8, Derek Stingley Jr., the cornerback out of LSU.
Yeah, I mean, moving up from the number 12 pick to the number 8 spot would be a big rise. Derek Stingley Jr., we've talked about him probably too much on the broadcast at this point. Has so many different connections to us, between Patrick Peterson being a legendary LSU DB and him being able to mentor Derek Stingley Jr., to Justin Jefferson being him former teammates, and our DB coach actually coaching him over at LSU. There's a lot of reasons to like Derek Stingley Jr. to the Vikings. The next pick may be one of my favorite second-round pickups that I've seen us mocked for.
All right, well, the second-round pickup is number 46, Sky Moore. He is a, I don't know what
wide receiver.
Wide receiver, I should have guessed. But he is out of Western Michigan.
Yeah, smaller school, playing in the MAC, and so he didn't necessarily play the toughest competition in football.
Definitely not.
No. But I mean, still, it's D1 football. It's not like he's coming from some like a crazy nowhere.
No, Broncos have definitely had an impressive performance throughout the years.
Yeah, they definitely have.
It's definitely not just.
It's not like the SEC or anything like that, or the Big Ten. But he was showing off a lot of things that you would think, wow, that is super impressive. The way he plays the position, really, really good stuff. The only question was, can he still do that stuff at the NFL level? Is he fast enough to be able to do what he did at the collegiate level at the NFL level? Came to the NFL Combine, ran a 4.3 40. That's going to work in the NFL. And so I love this pickup, being able to get a guy who went to a smaller school that could be falling in the draft to add to our receiving core, which is going to be a very heavily receiver heavy driven offense.
Okay, yeah, so he could definitely be a great pick for us. That is super exciting. But we do have that next scenario where we do trade back, and they're looking at that first round pick of number 17, Chris Olave. Olave,
yeah.
Yeah, and he was a wide receiver out of Ohio State.
Yeah, he was the number 2 wideout last year to Garrett Wilson. He's been the number 1 wide receiver for probably the 2 years prior to that with Justin Jefferson. He is a very, very talented wide receiver that has glue for hands.
I like his last name.
Yeah, Chris Olave. He has a really, really fun last name. Now, if I could get unofficial 40-time Chris Olave, I would take him in an instant. But
the official time is a little bit shorter.
He went from like a 4.26 40, which is like a like being close to setting records kind of thing in the 40, to like a 4.39 in the official 40. And so that's why I say, if I could have unofficial time Chris Olave, I would be so excited. But he's still one of the top wide receiver prospects. He ran a 4.39 as well, so he's still blazing.
It's still impressive.
Blazing fast. I think in our offense, where we could feature Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, and Chris Olave, it would be unstoppable. With also, we'd have a nice succession plan to Adam Thielen if he ever decides to move on from the Vikings or just retire.
Okay, yeah, and Chris Olave could just rise up and take that and fill those shoes.
Exactly. I think he could easily do that, if not be a better wide receiver than Adam Thielen.
Yeah, especially after he gets some time. But if he did end up going with the Vikings and he got some time with them, I feel like it's definitely like a doable thing.
He's one of the top prospects this year, so it could be a huge hit for our Vikings. Their round 2 pick at the 46 spot is Jalen Petrie, cornerback out of Baylor. He's a really nice prospect. I think if we were going to pick up a cornerback in the second round, I like this pickup and would help out our defense. But it doesn't necessarily get that star cornerback that you necessarily want, like picking up a Derek Stingley Jr. or even one of those cornerbacks that are third through fifth on the cornerback chart for drafting.
All right. Well, that is definitely something to keep our eyes on and make sure we're paying attention to. But that third and final scenario that he drafted up was where we stay put. And that first-round pick is going to be number 12, Trent McDuffie, a cornerback out of Washington.
Yeah, I think he's one of those easy picks. If the top 2 cornerbacks are out, pick up Trent McDuffie, and he can be a big contributor to this defense. I also like this other pick in the round 2 pick, number 46 pick, taking Kingsley Enagbar, edge rusher out of South Carolina.
Very cool. He also has a very cool name.
Yeah, Kingsley Enagbar.
Yeah, it sounds like the name of a king.
Yeah.
It just seems like a royal name.
I
don't know.
I think Kingsley does.
Yes. It just seems like a cool name to me.
It definitely is a really, really cool name. I also like Trent McDuffie as
Yeah.
well. There's a lot of good.
A little less royal.
Yeah, a little less royal, more like comedy. Like I
Yeah.
could see him playing like one of those kids in why am I blanking on it
Cheaper
with
by the dozen.
McLovin and stuff.
Super bad.
Super bad. Yeah, I could totally see him being one of those kids.
Yeah.
Trent McDuffie, hi. But really good cornerback, so I can't even say anything bad about him. He's a phenomenal football player. And you guys can support our Minnesota Vikings. Hope they can make the right picks in this draft by playing the ETAB game Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the Skull bonus and see if you can win some big prizes.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun, so definitely check that out. I'm super excited to see this next NFL season, though. I feel like last season really made me open my eyes to the world of football in a sense, as where I didn't really pay attention to it prior to really getting hired in at Pilot when we talk about our partnership with the Vikings and all the great stuff that they do. And so it's really made me excited and actually want to pay attention to this. And so thank you guys for making me like sports more.
Yeah, I think it's one of the more interesting things we do here. And we got some fishing derby action happening. And we are checking out where you guys are fishing at. And it looks like you're all fishing at the exact same spot. And let's move on over.
Yeah, let's take a little peek. And so that is absolutely crazy. It's just one huge huddle of all of you guys there. And so that is super, super funny.
Yeah, you guys are all over there in that little left side corner, right side corner, whatever is your left and right over there. We have that largemouth jackpot of $529, smallmouth of $178. Surprised that the ice hasn't melted over in this ice fishing yet, but really, really good stuff there.
Super, super funny. But you guys have just about 2 minutes left in this game, and so definitely get your plays in, trying to accumulate as many points as possible, especially because we are about to be getting enrolled in our final game of the night. That's right, it's about time to beat that jackpot jungle. And so make sure you guys are getting ready, getting your plays in, winning some huge cash here, and carrying it over to our final game.
And I feel like we might be off on our fishing report because it also says you guys all picked the same exact lure as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, so maybe you guys are all unoriginal, or we are having a little bit of issues with the broadcaster. I'm guessing that it is the other one, and you guys have picked up a variety of these lures. That's super, super funny stuff.
That is super funny. Yeah, I'm not too sure. But you guys, if it's working, I mean, who can blame you? If that bait is the lucky one to choose, go for it.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff. We'll also check in. Doesn't look like we can figure any of that stuff out. We'll try a little bit more stuff as we are getting through these games.
Absolutely.
But it looks like Mike is winning this right now, as you guys only have 53 seconds left in this game of fishing derby.
Absolutely. But during our happy hour show, during those 23 games of the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter, along with all those great prizes that you guys take home, that's when you're earning points towards our Jackpot Hunter standings. And so I'm going to go through our top 10 and those players and where they're at. In 10th place, we have Rich over at Jimmy's Poorhouse with 35,000. They were tied up with Duff, but not too long ago, Duff was able to take over 9th place solely over at VFW Coon Rapids, now sitting with 37,000. 8th place is Elsa at Wild Boar Bar and Grill with 46,000. With 54,000 points in 7th place, it was Kimmy over at Lucky's Tavern. They were tied up with 2A Girl, but 2A Girl was able to take sole place of 6th spot over at Maurer Brothers Liquor, now sitting with 55,000. Now right behind Brother Nat over at the Chart House, who sits with 56,000 in 5th place. 4th place is Kev over at the Deer Stand with 61,000 points. 3rd place is Not Lucky at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 82,000. 98,000 points. With 98,000 points in second place, it is Bull over at Corner Bar in Goodhue. Then in first place, we have Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, sitting with 126,000 points.
Yeah, good job to all of those players. We do have a winner. It's Mike over at Friar Tuck's Pub, Forest Lake, taking home $78 on that one. We'll get the rest of that top 10 to you guys in just a moment. But in these location standings, in 10th place, we got American Legion Fridley with 65,000 points. In 9th place, we got Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop with 66,000 points. With 67,000 points in 8th place, we got Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl in Dayton. 71,000 points for the 7th place location, Shady's Railside and Rice. 6th place, we got Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd with 74,000 points. With 78,000 points in 5th place, we got Billy's Rockford. 4th place is Concordia Lane's Newham with 88,000 points. With 129,000 points in 3rd place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 2nd place, VFW Spring Lake Park with 151,000 points. And in 1st place, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue with 337,000 points. And after getting through that list of great locations, great players, let's talk about some great celebrity birthdays.
Alrighty, well, on this date in 1928, James Watson was born, the American molecular biologist, geneticist, and zoologist. He co-discovered the structure of DNA.
Take a guess on how they discovered DNA, the structure of DNA.
How?
No, it was actually take a guess at it. I just wanted to hear what you would guess, because I guessed it was just one giant telescope. Like, it was a giant microscope that could zoom in really, really far, and they could then identify the structure of DNA.
Maybe like I don't know. My first guess was like a magnifying glass of some sort, but I know that's not going to be strong enough, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, like, or one of those, what's it called?
The microscope?
Is that, yeah, microscope. And so, yeah, one of those two.
Were they around then?
I don't know. I mean, like, I know how they found it now, but I don't know if they were around then.
Oh, okay. Well, how was it found?
It was found by the super in-depth X-rays.
Really?
Yeah, I was super surprised by it, and that's where they first were able to identify the double helix structure of DNA.
That is super interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah, it was really, really cool stuff. I mean, really crazy scientists being able to discover that kind of information.
Yeah, that is super interesting. I had no idea. Yeah, he did a lot of thesis work in studies of X-rays and work.
Ah, that makes sense. Definitely a great name. Who was the guy that found it with him? Because it was two guys who found it.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like we're able to find it. It was him and another guy that were able to find it.
Francis Crick.
Ah, Francis Crick. Definitely some great stuff. Happy birthday, James Watson. Next up, born in 1937, we got Billy D. Williams, Harlem actor. He was in Chiefs and Empire Strikes Back. Definitely love Billy D. Williams in the Star Wars movies, as he plays, why am I blanking on the character? Really, really great character in the Star Wars movies. Lando, I think he is in the Star Wars movie.
I'm not going to be able to tell you. He was in Batman.
Yeah, he plays Two-Face in Batman.
Does he?
Yeah, really, really cool stuff in the 1989 Batman.
Okay, yeah, super cool.
Yeah, big-time actor that's been in a lot of different works.
The Lego movie.
Yeah, he'll be iconic as being Lando in the Star Wars series.
Very cool. Happy birthday, Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
Next up, this is one of my absolute favorites. On this day in 1969, Paul Rudd was born. It is a day to celebrate. The American actor known for his work in Clueless. He was in The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, as well as a lot of different works.
I mean, The Ant-Man.
So
Wanderlust.
He's also 2021's sexiest man alive.
Absolutely.
So a good job, Paul Rudd.
I don't know if I agree with that statement.
He won it at 52 years old.
I mean, he looks great.
That's
for 52.
awesome. He's 53. He just turned 53 this year.
Really?
That is awesome. He's drinking from the fountain of youth.
Yeah, he looks great. Happy birthday, Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. And I think as he's gotten older, he's really shown his versatility as an actor.
Yes, I feel like he's really kind of gone out of like the side of the more comedy stuff that he's like known for.
Yeah, it was like at first I really knew him for rom-com type things and like different like stuff like that. Then as he aged a little bit and got more into like adult like him, he then was like in raunchy comedies, like what we said, the 40-Year-Old Virgin. And then now I see him play a variety of different things, whether it's comedy, action, so many different things.
But we do have those winners from Fishing Derby, but we do, outside of that top 10, we had a smallmouth jackpot winner. It was Witty over at Blasco's Embassy Bar and Law over at Blasco's Embassy Bar. Both of them ended up splitting $178 between them.
Yeah, good job to Witty and Law.
Yeah, nicely done. But that top 10 of winners was Big Dog coming in 10th over at Rustic Saloon, who took home $47. Might Win over at Rose City Bar and Grill did just that, coming in 9th, who also took home $47. And then Chuck 2 over at Poppers in 8th place got to take home $47. 7th place was Lewis over at Depot Express with $47 as well. JHW1234 over at Woodtook Inn came in 6th place, taking home $47. Fire Sale over at Outlaws Bar and Grill came in 5th place, also taking home $47. Taking home $62 in 4th place, we had Juice Box over at Pebble Creek Golf Course. 3rd place was RLCD 347 over at Beck's Pub, taking home $70. EVLO over at Shenanigans Cheer and Chow took home $70, coming in 2nd. And then Mike over at Friar Tuck's Pub took home $78, coming in 1st place.
Good job to all of those players. Definitely some nice stuff. We got balls dropping in this game of Jackpot Jungle. See if you can win this great prize of over 10 grand. We do have one more celebrity birthday, though, to go over. And born in 1975, we got Zach Braff, American actor. Dr. John Dorian in Scrubs.
Oh, okay.
Definitely big time in Scrubs. He even makes appearances in Community and a lot of other things as well. He actually is Chicken Little. He is the voice actor for Chicken Little, which is really, really cool as well.
Yeah, he was in Cheaper by the Dozen.
Was he?
Yeah, he plays Paul.
Oh, in the new Cheaper by the Dozen that's coming out this year.
Oh, yes. He plays the father in the new one.
That's awesome. We do have a line prize going out to Dre over at Muddy Cow Coon Rapids. $41 hitting his pocket.
Nicely done. But we do want to go over some of those Twiking Zone players for you guys one last time. Do we got enough time for the
let's do top 5 players
and totals?
And totals, yeah.
All right. Well, in 5th place, we got Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, sitting with 108,000 points. In 4th place, we have Yo-Yo over at Main Street Pub with 111,000. With 122,000 points. In 3rd place, we have Nan over at Corky's Bar, South Haven. 2nd place is Simbob, also at Corky's Bar, South Haven, who sits with 128,000. And then in 1st place, we have Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley, sitting with 157,000 points.
Good job to those players, really getting after it. Watching out for Nan, who's creeping up behind Sinbob right now. But our top 5 locations sit like this. In 5th place, we got Eagles Rochester with 199,000 points, and we calculated it today. They're getting into the 200,000 point club when we check in on them tomorrow. 4th place, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue with 233,000 points. With 243,000 points in 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley. 2nd place, we get into the 300,000 point club. It's Corky's Bar South Haven with 328,000 points. And then that number 1 location, VFW Spring Lake Park with 538,000 points. I don't know, for a little part right there, I kind of felt like I sounded like Kermit the Frog.
I don't think so.
You know what I'm talking about?
Now I do. Yes.
That's the exact sound that came out of my voice for just like a split, like half a second. And I was like, oh, that's
your Kermit's
that's
coming
Kermit.
out.
That's Kermit. We do have some fun movies released on today. The first one, actually, I think is listed as I may not. I don't think Paul Rudd is in this movie.
No,
because we checked in with it.
It's the last celebrity birthday that we just talked about.
You're talking about why am I blanking on it?
Zach Braff.
Zach Braff is in this
it.
movie. That makes more sense. Yes, and that is released in 2017, going in style. And if anything, you should watch it for all the amazing actors and actresses that are in this movie, because it is a star-studded class. I mean, you got Morgan Freeman. You got Michael Caine. You got Alan Arkin. You got Joey King, Christopher Lloyd, Matt Dillon,
John Ortiz,
Kenan Thompson, so many big-time actors and actresses.
Absolutely. It's a star-studded cast. It is a super funny flick. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I've never watched the full thing all the way through, but it is super, super funny.
I could so easily get Michael Caine and Alan Arkin confused, like in movies. Like, and get their roles confused
I could
at
see
times.
that.
Just because of their looks, not because of the way they act, because they play very different characters.
See, I can see more with Alan Arkin, him and the guy who plays Professor X.
Oh, I can see that as well. Alan Arkin, definitely a great actor. I think he's done a lot of good work. I didn't know, I didn't really recognize him at first, and then I realized all the crazy things that he's been, like the Santa Claus series that he was in, Get Smart, Little Miss Sunshine is one of my favorite roles he's ever done. He's in Edward Scissorhands as well.
Yeah, he's in a bunch. He's been a long-time working actor.
Yeah, for sure. Michael Caine, another one of those guys that
I have a little bit more special love for Michael Caine.
Love Michael Caine.
Yeah, he's like a little national treasure. I don't know how you couldn't love Michael Caine.
He's done so many big-time movies and done a great job in them.
So well in all of them.
Yeah, definitely a really good actor. And then Morgan Freeman is the best narrator that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely one of the best voices that I've ever heard, and also probably the best, in particular the best narrator I've ever heard. Like, he is really good.
He's one of the most sought after voice actors ever.
Oh, for sure.
He has one of the most iconic, instantly recognizable.
Oh, you always know when it's Morgan Freeman, and he's been in so many big time stuff. Shawshank Redemption, so many. I'm not even gonna go through.
I was gonna say, but we got player over at Speakeasy of Moorhead taking home $41 on that large M. But we got a nice little run up at this jackpot still, so hopefully we can give this out.
And we got another movie released in 2018.
Okay.
A Quiet Place.
That's a good one.
It's an interesting one because it's one of those movies that it says very little words, actually, throughout the entire movie. I think it's one of those, I would like to...
It was really interesting because I ended up watching it in theaters, and I probably wouldn't have done it if I knew how insanely quiet that the theater was going to be the entire time.
Really?
Like, I couldn't even eat my popcorn without feeling embarrassed.
Oh, because it's dead silent for most of the movie. There's only 25 lines of voice dialogue in the entire movie. Although there's a lot of sign language dialogue that is used, it's only 25 real lines.
That's really cool that they could do such an impactful movie with only 25 lines spoken.
Really good scary movie.
Absolutely. I love John Krasinski and all of his works that he's been doing lately, and so...
Yeah, he was one of those actors that I never knew.
He helped direct it, too.
Yeah, he is the director for it. I never knew if he could get out of the gym role. Like,
see, I never really knew him as the gym role.
Oh yeah,
and so
it's kind of like but that was the same with me for other actors and actresses. Like, I didn't even know them. Now I can't see what's his name, not as Harry Potter, but at one point I saw him as not as Harry Potter, as only Daniel Radcliffe as well. But now that I've seen him, I definitely view it as that.
Yeah, no, and I feel like John Krasinski, especially in the last 10 years, his look has really changed.
Yeah, that's what helped him.
He really grew up.
He moved from like that boyish look, and I think he was going for that in The Office.
Well, yeah,
and then he went to the short hair on the sides, big beard, and even got in really good shape as well.
He got in really good shape after The Office.
Well. Awesome stuff. We only got one more ball to try and give out this 10 grand jackpot, and it doesn't look like it's happening on this one. And so that means we're moving on to a must-go prize of, Let's see, $61 on this one. We got top 5 in the Jackpot Hunter standings to go over. In 5th place, we got Brother Nat over at the Chart House with 56,000 points. With 61,000 points in 4th place, we got Kev over at the Deer Stand. For 3rd place, it's Not Lucky at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 82,000 points. With 98,000 points in 2nd place, we got Bull at Corner Bar and Goodhue. And 1st place, we got Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 126,000 points.
Well, on the location side of things, in 5th place, we have Billy's Rockford with 78,000. In 4th place, it's Concordia Lanes in New Ulm with 88,000. Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids is holding 3rd place spot with 129,000 points. With 151,000 points in 2nd place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park, and in 1st place, it's Corner Bar in Goodhue with 337,000. But there it is.
Midnight 67 taking home that first play, that coverall must-go of $61. Good job, Midnight. And before we leave, let's highlight one more player, and that's Ash over at Hiller's Last Call Liquor. Ash was able to take home $37,641, and Hiller's Last Call Liquor supports a great charity.
Yeah, Morristown Firemen's Relief Association, and their main goal is to provide retirement benefits for volunteer firefighters. A great location showcasing and supporting an even better charity. And so each and every time you're out there playing Pilot games, remember, your community wins.
See you guys.
up, we had Sheila at Vic's Bar and Grill Moorhead taking home $22,878.
Yeah, Sunday's total jackpots was insane because you haven't even win over the second largest jackpot. Obviously, Ash was the largest, but the second largest still to come. I got one more, though, to talk about before you talk about that great jackpot, and that was CJH over at Neighbors Pub Dover, taking home $680.